Imagine qualifying for the Pro Tour with a mostly budget deck. That's what Ryan Donklin did last weekend at the Regional Championship, taking Simic Crabs to 18th place of the Regional Championship. Top 32 go to the Pro Tour, and this is a deck that we saw on camera. Kind of surprising, honestly. Ryan lost to the Roots deck in round 14. I think we were covering that round, 15, 14. I don't remember exactly. But a deck that doesn't seem great into the red decks, but has some pretty good play against like the slower control deck stuff. It's pretty cool. And again, 18th place is nothing to shake at. 1,000-person tournament, pretty big deal. Relying on Up the Beanstalk alongside these large 7-mana creatures like Solarian Terror and Eddymurk Crab. Also plays the This Town Ain't Big Enough Stormfish's Talent package as well. So we got bounce stuff going on here, and we got some card draw from Beanstalk, and kind of just like a pure tempo deck, you know? No counter spells in the main deck. There are a few in the sideboard, but bounce your stuff, play some 5/5s, and kill ya. And the only rares of the deck are the talents and the lands. And of course, a little expensive, but everything else is uncommon, and even in the sideboard, which is pretty insane for these two vacuums too. So, can it hold up on the ladder? We're going to find out. Let's do this. Brought to you by Elgato. Elgato partner and damn proud of it. They just released a whole bunch of new entries to their Stream Deck line as far as customizing what you got going on, which is really, really cool. And of course, I use all their gear for everything. 4 Stream Deck XLs, 1 Stream Deck Plus, microphone, face cams, the key lights. I got everything basically. And they run the content, super high quality, super easy to use. Used them for years before they sponsored me, and now I'm a proud Elgato partner. You can use my promo code ZZ-Jim 5% off your order, and check them out on elgato.com. Use the link in the chat description, please. They sponsor me. Chat, coming out with me. Let's go. On the play. 1 land, 2 beans with Analyze the Pollen and Bushwhack. We're going to keep this. What's up, Dan? Good game, my friend. Remember, folks, the first time with that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, support the content. My name is Jim. Pro Magic player, commentator, and full-time content creator. Opponent Mulligans. We're going to hit it milling on land here. Probably should be firing up the old Bushwhack for land. And they are playing a red deck. So, again, I think this deck is perhaps a little soft to red decks. We might actually just double land here. Just get a forest, get an island. So get a forest. Play forest, get an island. And we're getting our cost reduction on our terrors and crabs. We got beans here too. Unfortunately, I have no card that costs 1 at the moment for a double spell next turn, but you know, maybe Beanstalk can turn up something there. Here comes a Lonely Heartfire Hero in for 1. And a Heartfire Hero number 2. Sure. We draw an island. Lame. Alright, so let's play Up the Beanstalk. Obviously a phenomenal card in the format, but, you know, when the format skews really, really fast, don't always have time to use the Beanstalk effectively, but... Alright, that is a lot of lands for a one-lander, but sure. So... Worst case, we can just crab next turn. Alright, they draw Manifold Mouse for turn, which sucks, obviously. Now we're doing the whole Manifold Mouse thing. We're at 14. We draw Stock Up. I kind of like just crabbing here. It's not the best crab of all time. We could actually cast Cash Grab. Yeah, we're almost guaranteed to hit it. So we can go grab into crab. Grab the crab. Get it? And we'll just tap the things they target with the mouse. Alex asked, do you remember the times when people want to Beanstalk banned? Yep, people want to scream about bans all the time, so. Lose to a card, want it banned. Lose to a card, want it banned. Crabbing. So the 5/5s are pretty good against them. Manifold Mouse number 2. Man, what a sicko. Sure. So we're going to tap some Heartfire Heroes here. So we're going to combat. Beginning combat, they will target with the Manifold Mice. And then we'll use that chance to tap our stuff. We are running a slight risk here where we're going to Cash Grab for 4 cards. If we somehow miss an instant or sorcery, we can't crab and die on the spot. But that's like, you know, I think whatever, honestly. All right, so they target these 2. We're going to Cash Grab. And we did it. So talents are only possible hit. Fire in the Krabby. And draw a card. Looking for more creatures. That is definitely the draw. So, tap both those. And just say go. This mouse could have attacked and didn't, which is kind of interesting. We draw talents. We got beans. We have talent and this town. We can bounce one of these Heartfire heroes, which is pretty cool. And having some blockers as well. That's fun. Tiger 5. Definitely a tempo deck here. We got to get this game over with, I think. So I think attacking is pretty prudent. Play a talent. The crab is tapped. Crab comes in tapped on their turn. Maybe they didn't realize that either, but that's how the card works. Play Sanctum, say go. Third land. So they have 4 spells in hand. This is a Nemesis, kind of annoying. They can give doubles. They can give one guy double strike and trample, but then we get to bounce it. So it's kind of cool. Just some otters and some crabs hanging out. There's Nemesis. We could also block Nemesis with an otter and then just bounce the otter back to our hand. We lose the value of bouncing the talent, but it's an interesting option. So they're going to go big time, double strike and trample. Cool. And then we'll see how they attack here. All right, so we're 14. I think I like the this plan. Try to do this. And then we'll bounce the Nemesis. Bounce the hero and the token blocking Nemesis. So no stuff there. We lose out on bouncing this. I think we have plenty of gas anyway, though, so it's fine. We draw a Verge. All right, so a little flooded. We could always buy back this town, which isn't the worst. Or we could stock up, play beans. Honestly, something as simple as an unsummon would be great here, but I think we're just going to cast stock up and see what we draw. Tolarian Terrors would be great also. Dispersal and unsummon. Gee, that's awesome. Alright, so sure. Playing the full tempo game here. And we are going to attack. 14 life with 2 bounce spells. Feels pretty good. Play tap lands, there you go. Alright. Yeah, I mean.
Game.
Taste it, mono red.
Blouses.
Alright, so we're gonna bring in what? The Strike Mastery is kind of interesting. One of the bounce spells. Some amount of stock up and beanstalk has to go, I think. It's just too slow. And the Strike Masteries seem pretty sweet. Only one bell. I think I keep them honest, you know? Bring the Masteries and cut. The one fear also is its Graveyard Hate is very good against this deck. If they play, you know, whatever, Rest in Peace or Ghost Vacuum, all of a sudden these cost 7 mana again, and that's like a huge problem. But mono red probably won't have that much. I mean, they're not gonna have Rest in Peace, obviously. They might have Ghost Vacuum, but I think I want Mastery over maybe one of the land effects. Johnny resub, thanks so much. It's a pretty cool game. Like our draw was a little stumbly, theirs was too, but Tolarian Terror is a freaking common. This is fine. We have Mastery, which is Swords to Plowshares in the first 4 turns of the game. Yeah, we draw land, sure. So we just like Mastery this thing, say go. So taps it down. 5 mana can untap it. But, you know, in the first few turns of the game, it's not really a thing, so. They got Thornspire Verge here too, huh? Alright, we draw a crab. So time to get our crab on here a little bit. Awkward with the Surveil land and the Bushwhack, but we're gonna do it anyway. I think we're gonna bin whatever we see here almost always. We need a green source for Bushwhack, but yeah, whatever, sure. So And for 18 land deck, I think deck draws a lot of lands. So let's go get a island. And now we are at 18. We currently have only one spell in the graveyard, which is not ideal. Alright. It's pretty good. Unsummon again. Alright, we're just going to stock up and try and make this hand work out, I think. Next turn can maybe go unsummon, whatever. Dispersal's pretty great. Seeds of Hope is pretty sweet. Another Mastery is kind of whatever. Yeah. Correct. This list, yeah, Bounce Off is strictly superior to Unsummon. It's very, very marginal. The player who played this to 18th place in the RC played Unsummon. We're just playing that list, but there's some inherent value in Unsummon just looking cool, you know? They hit a higher claw. It's not good. And maybe tapping out this turn was foolish. It's like hard to find this spot. Yeah, maybe this is wrong. We waste a lot of mana if we like unsummon this turn. But being able to stock up with mana up for unsummon is kind of good too. But yeah, I would not be surprised if they had like a set of like, you know, beta unsummons or something like that they wanted to play. Yeah, we're pretty screwed here, I think. Couldn't get our engine going fast enough. Crab still costs freaking a lot. You can Seed of Hope. Just Dark Ritual. Okay. Now Crab costs 3. So Unsummon makes Crab cost 2. Alright, I mean, we're not dead yet. Let's say go. So, I play Village. That's pretty good. Village Valiant reveals a Innkeeper's Talent. So actually Gruul. Okay, that's interesting. Gruul's a deck that's not seen too much play recently. Been usurped by Mono Red and Izzet. They play a talent, sure. And I think we're going to unsummon the Claw and tap both the challengers. Gone Crabbin'. B. Perry says, Jim, if you guess my favorite color, I'll sub. Like color in Magic or color in like the crayon box. Tolarian Terror looks pretty good here too, you know? Well, I guess I didn't do that being a combat step, whatever. Alright, so draw this down. Terror costs 2. We do have Unsummon and Dispersal available, which is kind of cool, so it's both. Alright, I'll say green. That's my guess. 2 cards in hand. Dispersal and Unsummon. And Tolarian Terror as a blocker. Could Unsummon first. And then I have this town also. That's not bad. A fun puzzle here, trying to figure out how you can get these 4 attacks in with these 5/5s to win the game. Alright, so we are going to unsummon the Higher Claw. Cast the 1-mana Tolarian Terror. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I thought I would have had Dispersal and this town available. It's blue. Tilt. Alright, so level 2. He has Ward also. Yeah, he might have... Not screw this game. There's Nemesis too. Yeah, it's just too much stuff. Yeah, we should do enough early, unfortunately. And they got their engines going. And... Hero. Maybe we're not dead yet. So, counter on the Nemesis. Yeah, we're not dead yet, actually. This is not like the worst. Dispersal Nemesis. Pay the ward. Eat their challenger. Second Terror is pretty nice. And now 15 to 4. Nemesis in hand. Bounce spell available. Chump blocker available. We can this town and crab them also, which is kind of cool. We can't do that if we play Terror, though. Or we can't really, because the ward makes it super awkward. We can respond to that, but... This town... Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Just say go. Which I guess is Terror also. Because now they play Nemesis, play Hired Claw. You bounce one thing and tap the other two. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we might actually win this game, folks. So they target this. Let Valiant resolve. It's a Heartfire hero. We are going to, I guess, bounce Crab this town and just tap these two guys, right? There's nothing else to tap, so bounces and Crab. They could play two cheap creatures to block with. They chump block twice. Honestly, hitting this Heartfire hero might have won them the game because they have two blockers here. We draw a land, we can just get on summon and kill them. So any untapped land or bounce spell. Not a Tolarian Terror though. No. Did we screw up? We must have screwed up, right? We couldn't have known they were going to hit a 1-drop, obviously. As far as the super awkward, yeah. This doesn't give trample. We attack with both and go to 3. Play Terror, Talent. Chump block this for 1. All right, I can't talent and level and rebuy, right? Still, it's not 5, it's 6. All right, well, whatever. They can untap Heartfire hero too. All right, so go to 3, and then play Terror. This card feels pretty nice when it costs 1 mana, you know. And talent. A lot of weight on this little otter's shoulders. So Otter blocks Nemesis. Terrors block other things. If they don't play another haste creature, basically, is the goal here. So a counter on the Emberheart Challenger still doesn't kill us, actually. The last card is Rage. We're dead, but whatever. No, don't block that one. All right. Gonna hide into the AM comfortable shirt and hope we don't die. That didn't sound good. That sounded like a monster roll. Ow! Ow! Ow!
No, that's a lot of damage.
Damn you, monstrous rage. All right. I mean, the fact that we were in that game is kind of sweet, honestly. So game 3 brings Alliance Pollen back in. I'm not going to be cheaping out on the play here. And then, man, what else did we cut? Like, we don't want beans more than I think we might have punted that game, honestly. Like, that stock up turn, if we had just waited and not taken that huge chunk of damage, I think we probably would have won that game, actually. So I think we punted that one.
Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
What do we cut? I don't know. I don't want to cut too many of these engine cards. It's like, you need to draw cards, you know? Like, let's freaking cut this, whatever. Just go back at it. All right, on the play.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
All right, well, mulligan. Sure. Sand's actually pretty good, so, say go. Got some work to do. A little bit of life. Mill 2. Get a crab. Crab grab. There only are 12 cards that trigger beans in this deck. Man, they have Innkeeper's Talent. We don't want to unsummon here, do we? Seeds of Hope unsummon. So I can't crab. Yeah, that's fine. Cash grab reveals beans or another crab or talent. We've now got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. So crabs are online. I think just second crab. On crabbing, folks. All right, so let's take up. Intent is just Seeds of Hope and crab. And then unsummon and crab again. If I balance my Ringing Strike Mastery instead of their talent, would I have won? That is a good thing that I'd not consider. That is very fair. I didn't even consider targeting that. So might be correct. All right, so we're gonna Seeds in response and then crab. I'm sorry, just doesn't. Yeah, Seeds in response and then crab. The mastery. And crabbing. Tap it. Bop it. Pump it. A lot of the problem for this deck is that there's a lot of splash damage. Like Barrage and Rest in Peace that are meant for these Oculus decks are also insanely good against this deck. Alright, so unfortunately we have no engine. Tapping this costs 1. We can still do that. We'll just say go. The problem is if they kill this crab too, we have no engine to draw cards. We're just like super dead. Apple mouse. Gross. Like their choice here to spread it out. Alright, so pay the ward. They have some big things. We have a 5/5. We have to attack 4 times to win the game. We draw a second crab.
Bingo.
That is nice. That is nice. So there you go. Crab people. Alright, so level we gotta do this first, so we're gonna target the Heartfire Hero and the token. Pay the ward. Gruul is probably better against us than Mono Red is, because these talents are really annoying. Alright, so all the triggers go off. They are coming in. Okay. We draw an island. So we've got... These all have Ward 2 now. That's really, really awkward. So I can only bounce or tap one thing? Jeez. Man, they are blocking? Wow, that's sick. Hope they don't have Monstrous Rage. That would suck. Alright. I mean... We got Unsummon on Heartfire Hero, and that's all we got, so... Oh. Yeah, I'm an idiot. The token was...
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
Hi, I'm Jim. Welcome to the stream. I obviously should have bounced the token while I before had the counter on it because we just have a free spare mana. So I'm dumb. We lose this game, it's on me, folks. So we are dead to a rage. If so, we totally deserve it. Nope. Nope. All right, so now we bounce token and we mastery the thing, and that's game, folks. All right, sec. I think we're good, folks. This is no counters on it. Unsummon this. How about a little strike mastery? This deck's fun. It's kind of fun to just piece together the damage like this, you know? Interesting. 5 + 5 + 5 + 5. Never punished. Play bad. Win anyway.
Here comes the money.
Game. Blouses.
1 up. All right. Lotus Lore. Nice. Yeah, that was impressive, honestly. Deck played well against red. Good stuff. All right, so hand is... It's not great, but we can keep it. Like to draw beans, please. Opponent goes to 6 and plays Rust's Anchorage. Buckle up, folks. Keep that stock up. We've not played the Grim Captain deck. Every other Consecrator in the universe has played it already, so... So, is this blue-white control? Alright. Cash grab. They counter this. Awesome. We should resolve stock up. Sick. Sick.
Bingo.
All right.
Stock it up. Don't spell pierce me. All right, so we're gonna want. There's a lot of air. I guess Seeds of Hope. Seeds of Hope Forest. Hope this actually hits a permanent. There's Fountain Porch. Cash grab. Okay. We just say go. We have end step cash grab. If we get really lucky, we can play crab. If not, we'll just do the thing. I will say that these fish are pretty annoying for the crabs and our plan of attacking the 5/5s. Alright, in, say go. End step, cash grab. Negate again. Man, I hate these cash grabs. Alright, if you say so, it's fine. How about Cizo? And land or talent. Talent's great. This turn is our turn. Alright, so... I mean... It's talent and then end step grab, probably? Thanks, Todd. I mean, like, they sack fish, draw a card. Let's just try and resolve crab on their end step, I suppose. We really need to draw... I mean, the beans would be, like, ideal. Demolition Field into Beza. And they have less cards, but they're ahead on... and less life. It's kind of crappy. Sure. I'm going to respond to... No, I'm not, actually. That would be very bad. So, sure. Draw your card. Alright. Beza not great against us. Gone crabbing. Tap Beza. Tolarian Terrors here. Really wish we could draw a Beanstalk. That'd be awesome. We wanted to hold Pollen for a... for an evidence, but we're not going to do that, I don't think, so. Why unsummons or the gift version? Targeting your own stuff is relevant in a matchup like this, as you're about to see, so. Alright, then we can buy back a spell, or we can just play a 2-mana Terror and have this towns up. I kind of like that. They try and cast a Wrath, which is this town, both of our creatures back to our hand. End step, get lost my Storm Chaser's talent. What do we do here? So, we get this town, bouncing talent, and probably one of my creatures play around a Wrath. Sure. Plays around Split Up, plays around Wrath, gets a little value. We have plenty more of this towns, so, and the talents are pretty important in these longer games. Damn, getting in. So I think this is mostly about the map on the Beza, trying to make a 4/5. Sorry, a 5/6. Damn, really coming at us. Alright, get an island. Oh, a very aggressive control player.
Yeah.
Unsummoning Beza kind of sucks. We'll let it resolve. Alright, they had a spell. We wanted them to land there pretty badly, unfortunately, but... Alright, we're just going to unsummon this now. So... The point of that was that if they... if they miss and hit a land, we wouldn't need to bounce it, so that's why I let it resolve first. They are going to get their Beza stuff going, though, which kind of sucks. Split Up. So, we will unsummon our Tolarian Terror, or do I want to bounce this down, the talent also? If I bounce both, I'll have 5 cards in hand. If I unsummon, I'll have 4 cards in hand. Beza draws a card anyway. So sure. Otter down. And now I don't get the tokens for Beza also, which is great. So, good stuff. This deck certainly has a lot of play to it, you know? So they play Beza, and then we'll get a card and some life. Beza's so freaking good. That's insane. Grabbing. Bushwhack. Bushwhack can fight and kill Beza. That's kind of nice, actually. Yeah, I'm in. I guess if they have Elspeth Smite here, we're gonna regret it, but that would suck. All right, never punish, etc., etc. Now there are exactly 5 good places to be. Beza again. Ugh. All right. Attack first does one less point of damage. They'd be at 6, which is much worse. So, sure. They get blockers and life. And they're going to split up again. Okay. Sure. This town is our town. Alright, so it's fine. Kill an otter. Very rude. Tolarian terrors for days. If I unsummon, I don't deal damage, which is crappy, so. Alright, talent. Terror. Say go. Crab waiting in the wings. Could have bounced one of their tokens. That's fair. Yeah, sure. That's reasonable. Stock up. Yeah, obviously if we had a Beans, we'd be much happier, but if they counter this crab, we're probably in a bit of trouble. See what happens? Yeah, that's bad. Game is slipping away a little bit. We can buy back Bushwhack and fight the Beza. Kill it. Forest is pretty awkward, yeah. So buy back the fight. Kill Beza, attack for 4. Removes the possibility for loops. We kind of need to like end this game though. I guess trading Terror for Beza isn't the worst either. Right. Okay. Sure. It's kind of fine. Alright. I'm not ecstatic about how this game has progressed, unfortunately, but it does suck they have like double the amount of mana we do. It's a good thing to cast. You can double the amount of mana as your opponent. Really missing a Beans this game, I feel like. Stock it up. Thinking long and hard about it. fun causing trouble. I'm sorry. All right, so they play Authority and second stock up. So they have 3 cards left. They're theoretically dead on board. It's obviously not going to be the case, probably. Yo, resub, thanks so much. I mean, Ward plays like... Just gonna go for it. What do you got, friend? Sure, you're dead. Get the hell out of here, all right?
Get off my plate.
Get out! You're dead! I am a terror that flaps in the night. Alright. So, how you boarding here? We're going to bring in... What's coming out? Dispersals are gone. Definitely an unsummon or 2. Get out counters creatures or enchantments. Seems better than unsummon, though. A couple get outs. Reclamation. Should be a paw patch. Pick your poison. We don't have a lot here. Honestly, I feel like not having any gates is like pretty tough. This play is fine as like a, you know, unsummon kind of thing. Reclamation. Yeah, I mean, it's not like incredible, but sure. I guess that's it. Game 2. It is certainly satisfying to win with this deck, where like you feel like you really like stuck it out, you know. Unfortunately, hands like this are not satisfying. So close to being an insane hand, but we need a green source.
Still a piece of garbage.
All right, this hand is good. I mean, all right, so. The problem is we can't resolve beans in the play. All right, so get out and probably just pollen. All right, well, got a lot of work to do here. Amazing. Sanctum. Let me just keep that. All right, so what are we doing with this up the beanstalk is the question. We were going to cast Storm Chaser's Talent and see if they counter it. How do I feel with the current standard metagame? Pretty good. Obviously, the Izzet deck is very popular, but it hasn't really dominated anything yet. And it's been clear that folks can beat it. And honestly, I think that having a metagame with only one tier 1 deck that's not dominating at all is like kind of fun. Everyone has to like kind of work around it, like solve the problem and stuff. So we'll see in a few weeks, you know. Definitely need to talk about is it if it keeps going like this for a longer period of time, but all right. Sure. We'll play the beans. There's a whole new set coming out in like a few weeks, you know, so it's hard to say obviously if you know, a month ago everyone wanted to ban Up the Beanstalk and Manifold Mouse or whatever, so people just want to ban stuff all the time. So we got beans in play. Once we get to untap with this town as well, and let me protect it a little bit. As a viewer, it's great. It's fun to watch people try and solve the Izzet deck. As a player, it's the opposite of fun. The Stone Brain. Oh my god. Just the rudest. Alright, so we gotta play another no beans kind of game. And we whiff on Seeds of Hope. Alright. We can destroy the Stone Brain. I guess we probably want to, even though, like, as we only have so many threats in our deck. Sure. All right, say go. Obscure joke. You're missing that I could not hit. I had no green mana in that opening end. We had a Verge taps for blue. Yeah, this is getting pretty ugly. Pretty ugly mulligan to 5 here. It's funny. I wish we had analyzed pollen, not bushwhacker. I would be okay, but we are pretty screwed here. Fountain Porch. People wanted this card banned. Like, people are too much. All right. Archive. We're very close to packing up going to game 3 here. Oh my god, man, come on.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Flip out, man.
All right. Ban Mountain. Everyone would just play the Red Verges, right? Just Red Verges, Battlefield Forge, whatever. You can do it. All right. Very close here. Very, very close. And rest in peace. All right, we're checking the next game. All right. Not a very fun mulligan to 5. Whiffed on Seed of Hope, etc., etc. On the play for game 3 here, and I think we're just going to keep it the same. All right. On the play. Hand is good. Keep. We're going to Seed of Hope into Beanstalk. Keeping 7, looking good. Forest is a little awkward here, but whatever. Mulligan on their side. All right, let it ride. Let's do this. Spells. This is like the part of a deck that like really tilts me. So Seed of Hope in this deck, there's a million misses. And like the idea behind it is if you miss with Seeds of Hope, it's like a dark ritual for your creatures. That's like so freaking sketchy. You know, so... all right, well, we're down a card thanks to that. We're going to try again, try and hit a Beanstalk. Or a creature, I suppose. We hit Tolarian Terror. That's pretty good. All right, Terror costs 2 at present. Just going to resolve Cash Grab while we're tapped out. All right, that's a Beanstalk. Awesome. More like Seeds of Nope. All right, so... Not having like a Gate or Spell Pierce on the board is like kind of insane. Like these get outs, we just can't win a counter battle with them, you know? So like I cast Beans here, they're just gonna counter it. And then I play a Terror, and I don't have much left, you know? I could play Terror first and like just try it. Maybe that's what we're gonna do, honestly. Just play Terror first. Alright, sure. If it resolves, we'll just map onto it twice. Alright. Map once. Seeds of Hope is back. Guess who is back? And then Get Out counters a creature or an enchantment. We could see a Beza or a Overlord next turn, but I'm gonna keep it on top. Say go. Stop it. Damn, we're getting paid off here. Probably we're going to resolve the Beanstalk and not be able to use this thing, but sure. Alright, well, can't counter this, so... I mean, a 6/6 Tolarian Tower is a pretty big game. Alright. Untap, up the Beanstalk. We draw Tolarian Terror. Now,
Bingo!
problem here is if we play Terror, I guess like if they're not playing many rats, we're mostly playing split ups, so I'll just draw a card. If you don't draw land, it's kind of awkward, but we draw Analyze the Pollen. Just bushwhack for an island and map. So these just have a few Day of Judgment that would suck, but we just analyze the pile in front of their terror and draw some more cards, so it wouldn't be that bad. The only rares of this deck are the lands and the damn it, and the Mystic Talents. So we have 11 damage here. We can analyze for a crab. You know, like that's kind of sweet. Maybe attack here, analyze for crab, and say go. We have get out to defend against creatures and a wrath. We can bounce our stuff. How many blockers will you use? Double jump. Crabbing to push 11 just gets wrecked by a wrath. It just doesn't seem worth it. Just go for an end step one-shot kill. Alright, so I want to keep this town on the graveyard. So Beanstalk. Cash grab. 5. Sure. I didn't remove too many spells, did I? Nah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Okay, and then we just say go. Can I get 2 crabs? I can, but then I can't cast them yet, so. I think his deck is better or worse than Golgari Beans from my team played at Worlds. Extremely different. Like polar opposite decks. Stock up. Oh no, you're dead. You're dead. It's over. Playing Get Out Esper Pixie. I mean, unbelievably difficult to cast. Blue is impossible for that deck. Alright, so they'll probably counter the crab here, but that's like totally fine, obviously. Cool. No more lies. I will pay the mana. And then you will die. I expect you to die.
After it was all over, he took us in the house to serve his pancakes.
All right, sweet. I'm surprised. This deck's kind of sweet, honestly. All right, honestly, like this deck was kind of sweet. Like, I'm mostly, having not played this deck really at all, surprised how good the red matchup felt. Like, Eddymurk Crab's just great against them. You know, you just bounce a few things, tempo a few things out, attack 4 times and win the game. It's kind of awesome. Obviously worse against Lithomatic Barrage and Witchsucker's Frenzy. So a little bit of a pressure on like how popular are those cards. But this deck played out kind of nice. Pretty awesome budget deck. And if you're looking for a cheaper deck on Arena or in paper, and a lot of play to it. I think it's the kind of deck where like if this is like your first serious standard deck, either at paper FNM or on Arena, I don't know if it's like the best deck in the format, but it's good. It can win, and then I think you'll learn a lot of really good things about playing good Magic with this deck. It's like rewards playing good Magic really, really well. It's about tempo and so on and so forth, knowing your role and so on. So that's sweet. So more to go on stream. You two folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.